You know what drives me absolutely nuts? It's seeing people get all excited, throwing their hard-earned money into the stock market while their financial house is literally on fire. They've got these huge leaks, like credit card debt, just draining everything away. They're skipping all the boring but essential foundational work. So you know what? Let's fix that right now. We're going to walk through the exact blueprint step by step to build wealth the right way. And this quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? You can pour every spare dollar you have into your investment accounts, but if you've got these giant holes in the bottom, like debt or no emergency savings, you're just going to be spinning your wheels. It's so frustrating, and it's exactly why so many people feel like they just can't get ahead. So this is the time for a little honest self-reflection. Is this you? Come on, you would never build a house by picking out the fancy marble countertops before you've even poured a solid concrete foundation, right? Of course not. But that is exactly what tons of us do with our money. We chase those exciting, flashy returns before we plug the leaks that are pretty much guaranteed to sink us later on. Okay, so first things first, we have to talk about your non-negotiable foundation. This is all about stopping the financial bleeding before you even start thinking about building wealth. These next couple of steps are absolutely 100% critical. Do not skip them. And just look at how common this is. 1 out of every 3 Americans has no emergency fund. 0. Zilch. So if you're in that boat, listen, you are not alone. This is a huge, widespread problem. But the good news is it's totally fixable. And honestly, it gets a little scarier. For those who do have savings, the median amount is just $500. I mean, that's not even enough to cover a major car repair or an unexpected trip to the ER. This is precisely why that safety net has to be step 1. An emergency fund. It's not just about the money. It is the psychological buffer that keeps you from making a really bad, panicked financial decision when life inevitably throws you a curveball. So here's the game plan. Don't get overwhelmed trying to save 6 months of expenses all at once. That's a huge mountain to climb. We're going to break it down. Step 1. Race to get your first $1,000 saved. Do whatever it takes. This little buffer covers most of life's minor annoyances. Then, from there, build it up to 1 full month of your living expenses. And finally, you can push for that big, comfy 3 to 6 month cushion. See? Breaking it down makes it so much more manageable. All right, once you've got that initial emergency fund locked down, it's time to attack the single biggest wealth destroyer on the planet, high interest debt. Now, a good rule of thumb is to think of this as anything with an interest rate over, say, 8%. But let's be real, the number one villain here, by a mile, is credit card debt. With average rates well over 20%, it's like a financial cancer that will grow way faster than any investment you could possibly make. And this is the huge mindset shift you need to have. Paying off a credit card that's charging you 22% interest is mathematically the exact same thing as earning a guaranteed, risk-free 22% return on your money. I mean, think about it. The stock market averages maybe 8 to 10%, and it comes with a ton of risk and volatility. The math here is just undeniable. Every single dollar you throw at that debt is earning you a better, safer return than even Warren Buffett gets. Okay, the foundation is solid. The leaks are plugged. Now, my friends, we enter what I like to call the free money zone. This is where we stop playing defense and we finally get to go on offense. We're going to start using guaranteed returns and some seriously powerful tax advantages to really accelerate your growth. Now, wait a second. I know I just told you to pay off all your high-interest debt first, but there is one and only one major exception to that rule, and that is your employer's 401k match. You should absolutely contribute to your 401k while you're still paying down debt, but, and this is key, only enough to get the full match. And why is that? It's simple. Because an employer match is, typically, a 50 or even 100% instant guaranteed return on your money. There is no other investment on earth that can promise you that. So even if you have that 22% credit card debt, a 100% return is just mathematically way, way better. It is literally free money. Please, do not leave it on the table. So you're getting your full company match, and you've finally paid off all that nasty debt. Awesome. So what's next? You might think it's to dump more money into your 401k, but nope. The smarter move is to open up and max out an IRA. That's an individual retirement account. And the reason is simple. You get way more investment choices, and this is so important, you'll pay much, much lower fees, which can literally save you tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars over your lifetime. Now, when you open that IRA, you're going to face this classic choice, traditional or Roth. It sounds complicated, but the difference is actually really simple. It all boils down to one question. When do you want to pay the taxes? With a traditional account, you get a tax break now, but you pay taxes when you take the money out in retirement. With a Roth, it's the opposite. You pay the tax now, and then all of your withdrawals in retirement are 100% tax-free. For most young people in a lower tax bracket, the Roth is usually the way to go. All right, now it's time for the secret weapon. This is the account that most people are completely sleeping on, the Health Savings Account, or HSA. Now, if your health insurance is a high-deductible plan, this thing isn't just for doctor's visits. It might just be the single best, most powerful retirement account that exists, period. So what makes the HSA the undisputed champ, the Swiss Army knife of investing? Well, it's the only account with a triple tax advantage. Check this out. Your contributions are tax-deductible, lowering your taxable income today. Then, your money grows completely tax-free. And withdrawals for qualified medical expenses are also tax-free. It's the only account that gives you a tax break at every single stage of the game. It's incredible. Okay, so let's recap where we are. You've gotten the full employer match, you've maxed out your IRA, you've maxed out your incredible HSA. Now, and only now, do you circle back to your 401k and start pumping every extra dollar you can into it, all the way up to the federal limit. If you're at this stage, you're officially a saving superstar, sheltering a massive amount of money from taxes every single year. Phew, we've made it through all the smart, tax-optimized steps. We've built the foundation and the main structure. And now we can finally head to the final frontier, the standard taxable brokerage account. This is the step most people mistakenly jump to right at the beginning. Think of a regular taxable account as the Wild West of investing. On one hand, you have total freedom. You can invest as much as you want in whatever you want and pull it out whenever you want. But all that freedom comes with a really big catch that most people just completely ignore. It's something called tax drag. So what on earth is tax drag? Well, it's the performance you lose every single year because you have to pay taxes on any dividends or capital gains your investments generate. Think of it like trying to run a marathon, but every year someone puts a little pebble in your shoe. That one pebble doesn't seem like a big deal at first, but over 26 miles, or in this case 30 years, it slows you down significantly. And the long-term cost of this is, well, it's staggering. Just look at this chart. If you invest $10,000 a year for 30 years in a tax-advantaged account like your 401k, it could grow to almost $950,000. But that exact same investment in a taxable account, thanks to that tax drag we talked about, might only get to $700,000. That is a nearly $250,000 difference just from choosing the accounts in the wrong order. It's wild. So does this mean taxable accounts are bad? No, not at all. They're just a tool for a specific job. So when should you use one? Well, they're essential for specific goals. If you want to retire early, say before age 59 and a half, you'll need this account to bridge the gap to your retirement funds. Saving for a down payment on a house in the next 5 to 10 years, this is the tool for that too. They provide crucial flexibility once all your other tax-advantaged buckets are completely full. And here it is, the whole thing. The complete blueprint, all on one slide. This is the smartest order to invest your money. You build that emergency fund, you obliterate your high-interest debt, you grab that free money from your employer match, then you max out your tax-advantaged accounts in this specific order. First the IRA, then the HSA, then you go back and finish off the 401k. Only then, at the very end, do you move on to a taxable account. If you followed this exact sequence, you're putting yourself so far ahead of almost everyone else out there. You're no longer just blindly throwing money at the market and hoping for the best. No. You are methodically building a powerful, efficient, wealth-generating machine from the ground up. You have the blueprint. The only question left is, what are you going to build with it?